Our Blink Twice review, guys. Get right to it. Action. What's going on, guys? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan680.
I'm Angela, that Caladiange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. You know what to do, guys. Like, share, subscribe to us on our Alamo City Movie Talk page. And thank you for making us a part of your day. What are we talking about today, Angela?
So I know this one kind of came up recently, and you know, we saw a couple of trailers in the theater, and it really piqued our interest. Yeah. So we are reviewing today the directorial debut of Zoe Kravitz.
Yep.
Her project, Blink Twice.
Blink Twice, ladies and gentlemen. When tech billionaire Slater King meets cocktail waitress Frida at his fundraising gala, he invites her to join him with his friends on a dream vacation on his private island. As strange things start to happen, Frida questions her reality. But let's get right to it. Just like Angela already said it, guys, this is directorial debut of Zoe Kravitz. And I got to say, first off, today was a hot one in San Antonio. If you live in San Antonio, if you are in Texas, today was one of the second hottest day of the week. The other day was Wednesday, Tuesday, when it was like the heat index was like 115.
I can't believe that. Like, we had all summer. Like, it's August already. We already went through July. We went to June.
But typically our hot days are August, September.
I know.
Yeah,
like,
crazy.
That's crazy. You know, and I can't wait for the fall weather to come. And
our fall's like a week, but it's all good.
Bless us with cooler temperatures. Yeah. I'm here for it.
Awesome. All right, guys. So let's get right to it. Blink Twice is a movie that I did not know what to expect out of it. From the poster, though, it gives you a mystery. What's going on? What's happening? Even from the synopsis, it was just like, wait, what? What confuses their reality in a way?
Psychological thriller in a sense, yeah.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go on a little positive rant here, and if there is such a thing, one of the things that surprised the F out of me, Channing Tatum, a guy that's from Magic Mike,
Step
Up. I actually like Step Up. Okay, scratch that.
And recently Gambit.
Oh my gosh, yes, Gambit. Which and is such a good actor, right? I mean, he always played the simple kind of roles, just like, you know, the douchey kind, the funny comedy side of it. I haven't really seen him do anything a serious, artistic, violent, dark mode of him per se, or when it comes to acting and everything. Yeah. He surprised the hell out of me in this movie. Oh my God. There's a moment in this scene where he's literally saying, "I'm sorry." And it's just so psychological, and it's so revealing to a sense of his character, because his character is lost. He's been through trauma, and yet there's a lot going on here. A lot going on here in a positive way. A lot going on here where he really captivates you, and it's very mysterious in a way to where, like, what exactly happens to where everything kind of makes sense, because there's vivid memories in here. There's vivid stuff that we're missing, and we do get a sense of that from the synopsis. There is missing a reality, or maybe it's not our reality in that way. But needless to say, Channing Tatum did a fantastic job in here. I loved his moments in here. I loved how he played the billionaire. I thought he played the billionaire so very well, Mr. King. I think he played him very well, so well, vivid, and I loved so many moments of him when we got out of the camera work out of him, because I feel like he was just so good on camera, and I really did enjoy a lot of his moments where it's quirkiness, even his apology is very, very just like cringe. I'm just like, what? But that's the point of the character, right? That's the point of the character. And Zoe Kravitz really emphasizes on that. She put an opening statement before the movie, was that this was an example of what power is in America today. And Zoe Kravitz, oh my God, this is, you co-wrote this, and I gotta admit, this is your very first movie. Holy smokes, I cannot wait to see your second one. This movie is so damn good. They're so witty. So many recognitions that I do want to give out as well. But Angela, before I go on to the actors and actresses, what did you think of this movie?
So I didn't really know what to expect completely, because the trailer kind of gives it paints that picture of like something's going on. I love psychological thrillers. Like,
we do
that. The movies that mess with your mind, make you question what's really going on. That's my jam. I love it. So I was really, my interest was piqued in this one, because I really, wanted to figure out with the audience what's going to happen, piece together. And I love Zoe Kravitz. I love her. I know it's a little bit older show, but I really loved her in Big Little Lies.
Yes,
I know she's done so many other things, but she's shown in that one. But anyways, so I was really excited like to see her dive into this directing role, and I was like, okay, you know what can she bring? And my gosh, she brought it. Like I am blown away by the message, the story, the way it unfolded. Like it had so many arcs and twists and turns, and I really like when movies end in a way that I did not expect. Or throw me a curveball, throw a wrench in there that I don't expect. Because we've seen so many movies, a lot of them have the same quote unquote formula. You know, they end the same way, and we can kind of predict it a little bit. But I didn't expect the ending. I will say I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, okay, and that it had an overall deeper meaning, a deeper message. I did appreciate the trigger warning message in the beginning, because it does deal with very strong, powerful elements that could be triggering to people, because you know it's hard to watch, it's hard to talk about, and I really like that Zoe brought this to the film, because it happens, you know, maybe not to this extent per se, but it had message, it had meaning, and I really, really appreciate that she brought this to the screen, awareness to it. And again, I really, really enjoyed the movie. I love the cast. I loved her and the way she directed and brought that, you know, I don't even know how to describe it. She brought a really cool style to the screen. I will say it was really cool. Again, she directed it, she co-wrote it, and I will say I'm a big fan of this. For your first work, you hit it out of the park, girl. Oh my gosh.
And one of the things that I want to say too at the same time is that to jump back into what you said already, they kind of threw us a loop. They kind of threw us like this curveball and they twist and everything. Sometimes that's not always a good thing. Sometimes you do a crazy twist. But I'll say this though, this movie is twisted in its own right, and its own reality. It's twisted, and sometimes you do blink twice. You know, you blink twice. You're like, are you watching this movie? Are you sure you're watching this film?
Blink twice if you're okay.
Yeah, blink twice if you're okay. You guys will know what you're talking about. Blink twice if he's crazy. Yeah. One of the other things I did want to say was also Naomi and Adria. There you go. Naomi and Adria. So Adria, we saw her in Follow the Bride. They did a remake on Max. And then also we just got done seeing her in the Glen Powell Netflix film.
Yes, The Hitman.
The Hitman. And she was spectacular in that movie. She's great in Andor as well. I forgot she was in Andor as well. And she's going to be in the new season. I cannot. Oh, my God. Latinas for life, baby. Latinas. Let's go, baby. Let's go. She shines so damn good. She shines. She has that attitude, positiveness, that attitude, Grissom, where like it's in a nutshell in a way, and like you got to figure yourself out of it. And she's
badass.
She is.
If you could boil it down to one word, Adria's badass. Now I will say Naomi was stellar.
Oh yeah,
like,
she was great.
She's fresh off in my mind. I know she's done other projects, but I Want to Dance with Somebody. She doing
as the iconic Whitney Houston. And she killed it. She killed it. Yeah.
And so again, she brought magic to this. She was so phenomenal. I really, really liked her chemistry with the rest of the cast, the girls, Channing. You know, it was so great to see her as the lead and really take charge in this. Again, I cannot say enough good things about the totality of this film. Yeah. The story, the cast, the way it ended. Even like it didn't even need, how do you say, like effects or anything crazy. Like it was just so like one stage. I mean, obviously there's some violence, but in reality, you're really focused on the acting of all of them combined. Even Simon Rex was in here too. Like it's just Christian Slater's in here too. It's a great chemistry between the whole cast as a whole, because you're following this entourage of people. And you really get lost in like, what are they doing? Who's this character? Who's this character? Who's this character? And they're really, in reality, you're trying to discover them. And I love that a lot. I really love that they really go into deep emotions here, as far as it's really deep. Like I said, it has that deeper meaning, deeper message. Yeah. I really, really hope, if you haven't heard of this, if you're on the fence about this, I really hope you give it a chance, because I think this deserves this recognition. It was really a spectacular film. Yeah, and then also we got Gina Davis in here too as well. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Beetlejuice, baby. But
she was crazy. I will say I kind of looked at her.
She was like, good.
Okay, Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
But we're kind of like ready for that next film. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't think she'll be in there, but so that's why she's in her mind. But I will say again, the whole cast was great. The story was so interesting. It really kept you on my toes.
Yeah.
So again,
and really just being set on an island and seeing the whole beautiful island, seeing you're on vacation, and it makes you really think twice of the fact that it's like, are you having a good time? Are you having a good time? They say that a lot in this movie, and it really catches you on because it's a saying that you really use a lot in our day, in our age. We use that a lot. Are you having a good time? And we use that so much, but now because it's Zoe Kravitz, I'm not gonna think of it as I normally would. Now I'm gonna think of it more horrific. But yeah. All right. Was this when we deserved? Hell yes, it was. And I gotta say though, I have to say this because we're about a little over halfway the year. We're in August now, almost to the end of the year, and we're going to be talking about our top 10 movies of the year in December. We'll be talking about them, or December, January, around there. And I got to admit though, as of right now, this movie made my top 5 of the year. I don't know where it's at yet, but it definitely made my top 5 of the year. Of course, Dune Part 2 is my number 1.
Yes, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen that film, and that's still one of your top spots. Yeah, that's crazy. But I will agree. I do really think that this will probably make my top 10. I still haven't formulated a list quite yet. Yeah. But again, I really enjoyed this story. It was really good. So fantastic.
Good. Love it. I can't wait to see what Zoe brings even more, and I really can't wait to see her as Catwoman again in the Batman.
Oh, she was so good at that.
Yeah, she was. All right, rating 1 out of 10. 10 being the highest. What are you gonna give this? I'll let you go first. Ladies first.
I will give it. It was really good, and it was interesting. It was an interesting story and message. I will give it 8.5 because I really enjoyed it. I do think if you, like I said, if you're on the fence, you might be pleasantly surprised by this. So I would give it a shot. I personally, I think, like I said, I love the cast. They're all stellar. Like an 8.5 is very deserving, and it deserves its recognition. I'm
going to give it a solid 8.8 out of 10. Okay. I'm going to give it almost a 9. For me, it's almost a 9. I feel like that there's so many great moments in here where we get to see with Channing Tatum, with Stacy, which is played by Gina Davis. A lot of like quirky moments that between them two, it's like the chair doesn't fit right here. It fits something like the chair doesn't flow right. It's just a lot of like the billionaire style that Channing Tatum stole the show for me, of course. But
he was great.
Yeah. And so like you really get a sense to what kind of character he is because he's the main story in this all. But at the same time, though, Sarah, she did a great job in playing that character and everything. What's her name? Naomi. Yeah, there you go. Naomi. Adria plays the character Sarah, and Adria did a fantastic job. Where you think she like when the start of the film starts, you get a sense where like, okay, she's not the main character, but at the same time though, she shines. She has beautiful shining moments that were unexpected, and I love that though. I really do love that.
Yeah, she's so captivating. It's great.
Oh yeah. Latinas, let's go, baby. All right, but anyways, 8.8 out of 10. Obviously, this is a movie we do recommend, guys. Be sure to check this movie at a theater near you. And yeah, all right, guys, thank you so much for making this a part of your day. Let's get right to it. You know what to do, guys. Be sure to subscribe to us on our Alamo City Movie Talk page. And thank you for making us a part of your day. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan680.
I'm Angela Kelly.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. See you at the movies. Latest.